Hey guys, good morning. Guys, if you can see my screen, just type S in the chat box so that we can get started. Right, thanks for the confirmation, guys. So let's begin with our session. Okay, so let's get back to the frames concept that I was covering yesterday. And let me open the notes first. And so nested frames is the topic that I have covered yesterday. So how to switch between the nested level of frames and to the page level, to the parent frame, all those things I'm going to cover today. Just give me a second. Let me open this notes of frames. So here guys, we have the nested frames, the frames inside another frames that I already covered yesterday. So it's something like this. Let's say this is a page. Let's say this is a page, and inside the page, let's say we have a frame, and inside the frame, we have another frame. Okay. Now, when you are on the page, to go to this particular frame, you have to switch to this particular frame, right? And after switching to that particular frame, if you have to go to the inner frame, okay, from this parent frame to the inner frame, you have to go like this and perform the operation on the element that you want. After the operation is done, let's say if you want to perform operation on this particular frame element, you have to go back to the previous frame. And again, from this, if you want to perform some operation on the page, you have to come back here. Or there is a direct way to come back here. There are two ways, guys. So from this inner frame, you can go to the parent frame, and from the parent frame, you can come to the page level, or directly from whatever the inner frame is, you can directly come onto the page. But while going, we have to go from parent to the parent frame, page to the parent frame, and from the parent frame only we can go to the child frame, okay, or inner frame or nested frame. But while going out to the page level, you can directly jump from the inner frame or child frame to the page level, or if there is a requirement where you want to perform some operation on the parent frame from the child frame, so you can switch to the parent frame, and from here you can switch to the page level. Okay. So there's a command known as, tell me guys, what is the command for switching from the child frame, inner child frame to the page level? What is the command we have? For switching from the inner child frame to the page level, what is the command do we have? Can anyone let us know what is the command? Yes, Rajkumar, you are right. That is default content. Default content is the default content, right? And apart from this, now if my requirement is to move from the child frame to the parent frame, then there is a command known as parent frame. Everyone type in the chat box. What is the command we have? Parent frame. Parent frame is the command. For moving from the child frame to the parent frame, we have a command known as parent frame. Everyone type in the chat box. Parent frame is the command. Yes, that is the command. Parent frame. So we are going to experience that now. For that, we'll go to this project, and I'm going to practically demonstrate here. Frames demo. Here I'll create a new class. I'll say switching between parent child frames and page demo. Okay, like this I create a class, some sample class with some main method, and inside that okay, so inside the main method I'll write the code that is Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver, Control Shift O, then say driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, then driver dot get. Here provide the application page URL of the let code application that you want to automate. Let's go to the let code page. Go to the workspace, and here come back here to the frames. Okay, we have automated these frames already. So now what I want to do, just listen guys. First I want to get the page heading. Okay, I want to get the heading of the page. So what I have to do, first of all, I'll give this URL here. Now where I am actually, here on the page level I am, okay. I'm on the page. When I open the page, this is the location I am, okay, on the page. The page heading is on the page. So it's very easy for me to get the title of the, heading of the page. I'll simply right click here. Since my focus of the Selenium is on the page level, I'll inspect this. Once I inspect that, so here I'm getting H1 tag. I'll see double forward slash H1. I'll see how many elements are coming. 2 elements are coming. This is one element. Other one is this element. Okay. Okay. So H1 div hero body is there. Copy this. I'll just make a difference here. Double slash div at the rate class is equal to hero body. And under that double forward slash H1, I'll say here only one element is coming now. The required frame element heading of the page is coming. I'll create an XPath expression. Driver dot find element by dot XPath. Provide the XPath expression. So simply write down page heading. Simply write down page heading is equal to, hover the mouse on this and say create local variable. Once you create the local variable, now write down page heading dot get text dot trim command also I'll use, because as I can see here there is space here. Okay, leading space is there. I want to remove that. So here I'll simply say string page heading text page heading text. I'll say page heading text. Okay, this is done. I'll print out the page heading system.out.println page heading text. Once I get the page heading text, guys, what I want to do next is I would like to enter my first name into the first name field. I'll inspect this. As you already know, the first name field is part of a frame. The first name field is part of a frame. If you scroll up here, you scroll up, you will see it's inside this particular frame, having the ID as first name. So I have to switch to this frame. So here, if I the first name field is here, guys. Okay, the first name field is here. Okay, on the page we have got the page heading. After that, we are switching to the parent frame, where we have this first name field. We have to enter some text, means we have to switch to this frame. How to switch to the frame? We can use the locator of the frame. We can create a locator, that is ID locator I am using here. And here I'll simply write down driver dot switch to dot frame of. I'll provide the ID locator of the frame. Put a semicolon here, and yeah, we already switched to the this first name, the frame where this first name and last name fields are available. As per yesterday, you should understand this. Copy this name locator and come back here and write down driver dot find element by dot. After the Selenium switches to a particular frame, it can see this first name field and last name field. By dot name locator and provide the name locator of the first name field. Here I'll write down first name field. First name field is equal to, hover the mouse on this and say create local variable. And here write down first name field dot send keys. Okay, here I'll provide the send keys. That is, let's say I'll give my name. And after that, I'll inspect this last name field. Where is the last name field? Here is the last name field. Inspect that. This particular also is inside a frame. If you go here, this is the frame inside which already we have switched to this particular frame. So inside the same frame, same parent frame, we have the last name field also. I'll create the locator for that. I'll inspect this and create it has a name locator, copy this name locator and write down here, driver dot find element by dot name, provide the name locator, put a semicolon here and here write down last name field is equal to. Now create a web element here and write down last name field dot send keys and here provide my last name. I'll provide my last name Moturi. That's it. I'll put a semicolon here. Once I've entered the last name field, now I want to enter the email. This email, when I inspect the email, as you know, this email is inside the nested frame. From here, I have to switch to the inner frame, and here we have the email address. So we have to make the Selenium switch from here. How to confirm this particular thing is inside an iframe, and this particular iframe is inside this iframe. Already we have switched to the parent iframe. From the parent iframe, we have to switch to the child iframe. From the parent iframe, we have to switch back to the child iframe. This is the child iframe, guys, that we have discussed yesterday. So inner frame SRC is there. I'll create an XPath expression because ID name is not there. I'll copy this inner frame text and write down here /iframe @SRC is equal to give the SRC attribute value. And we have located the inner frame. Copy this and here write down, create a web element for the inner frame, driver.find element by XPath, provide the XPath expression of the inner frame. And here write down first name field, last name field, and inner frame. Okay, inner frame element is equal to inner frame or inner frame element, whatever you want to give, you give with that and create the web element for that. Now we have to simply switch to this particular frame. For that, since ID is not there, since name is not there, the way to switch is driver dot switch dot frame of this web element. Just give the web element here, inner frame web element here. That's it, and put a semicolon. Now we have switched to the child frame. Here we have to perform the operation on the email address field. I'll inspect that. I'll inspect the email address field, which is inside the child frame. It has a name locator. Copy this name locator, come back here and write down driver dot find element by dot name and provide the name locator and put a semicolon here. I'll write this as email field. Email field is equal to, hover the mouse on this and say create local variable. Now write down email field dot send keys and provide the email address. Let's say arun@gmail.com. I'll write. Okay. So the task is not done yet, guys. After I type, what I want to do here in this scenario is after I type Arun here, after I get the page heading, after I type Arun here, after I type Moturi here, okay, then after I enter the email address here, like arun@gmail.com, after entering this, I would like to first clear this particular, I would like to switch back to the, after typing this, I would like to switch back to the parent frame. How to go back to the parent frame, guys? For that, from this child frame, after switching to the child frame, if you want to go to the parent frame, driver dot switch to dot, what is the command? Everyone type in the chat box. What is the command we have to use for switching back from the child frame to the parent frame? Let's say I want to clear this field, like Motori last name field, I want to clear, or Arun Motori. No, that is not right, Rajkumar. That is not right, Renuka. What is the command we have for switching back from the child frame to the parent frame? Not to the page level, I am saying. From the child frame to the parent frame. What is the command we have? Everyone type in the chat box. What is the command we have to use? Yes, parent frame is the command. Okay, parent frame is the command. If you have to go back to the parent frame and clear this particular text in the last name field and first name field, I have to simply write down the command like driver dot switch to dot parent frame command. Okay, like this I have to write. After switching back to the parent frame, I would like to clear this two fields. Already I created the web elements for the two fields, right? Like first name field dot clear. I'll say first name field dot clear. I'll just do this with a delay so that you can understand. Thread dot sleep I'll add intentionally. So 3000 something I'll give. Control shape. Okay. Have to ignore this exception basically. Ignore the exception. Okay. After 3 seconds, it will go back to the parent frame and clear the first name field. Similarly, it has to clear the last name field. Last name field dot clear. Okay. Last name field dot clear. Both the first name and last name field things will be cleared so that here this will be cleared. This will be cleared. After that, now my requirement is go back to the page level. Go back to the page level and get this particular page heading again. So for that, what I have to do, guys? Driver dot switch to dot what? What I have to write? Here I have to write parent frame or default content. Yes, default content this time because from any frame, from parent frame or inner frame, if you want to go to the page level, you have to write default content. After you go to the default content, I want to get the page heading. I want to get the page heading. So here already I created the web element for the page heading. So page heading dot get text dot. I'll use a trim method so that leading space is there, so that will be removed. And here I'll say page heading is equal to, okay, or I can directly say already the web element is created, right? Page heading. Yeah, this is fine. Page heading text, I'll say page heading text, and I'll simply print out system.out.println page heading text. And finally, I'll say driver.quit. So I have went from the page level to the inner frame, page level to the parent frame. From the parent frame, I went to the child frame, and from the child frame, we came back to the parent frame, and from the parent frame, we came back to the page level. Okay. Driver.quit I'll use and see whether the script is working or not. Okay. Let's observe the screen now to see what is happening. The script, I have run the script, guys. In a while, it will open the browser. Maximize the browser. Open the application URL. It will retrieve the page heading. Then it will enter my first name into the first name field. After the page loads, it will retrieve the page heading and then enter first name into the first name field. The page is still loading, guys. We have to wait. Selenium will wait for the page to load. Once the page is loaded, then only the activities will be done. Yeah, page loaded, it will enter my first name, last name, and then it has to enter the email address. After 3 seconds, it was very fast, you see. It has get the page heading, at the end also page heading. And in between that, you can see that, let me run it again. Let me run the script again. First, it will get the page heading. Then from the page level, it will switch to the parent frame and type my first name and last name field there. After the page loads, you get the page heading. Just wait. Yeah, it will enter my first name, last name. After that, it will enter the email address. After 3 seconds, it will switch back to the parent frame and clear the things and get the page heading and close the browser. Everyone clear with this? How to switch between the page to the parent frame and from frame to the child frame and from the child frame to the parent frame and from the parent frame to the page. Is that clear? If that is clear, just type C in the chat box. Only the thing that is new here is the parent frame, guys. In the previous session, only for switching from the child frame to the parent frame, we have to use a command known as parent frame. For this, I've explained all this stuff, okay? Just for this command, I have explained all this stuff, guys. Parent frame is the new command that I have explained in this session. Apart from that, everything you know from the previous session only. Anyone have any doubts here in the nested frames and switching between the parent page to the parent frame and from the parent frame to the child frame and from the child frame back to the parent frame using parent frame command and from the parent frame to the page using the default content? Any doubts? Anyone have any doubts here? Anyone have any doubts in this area of the nested frames and switching between the frames? Okay. So guys, we'll do one thing. We'll go back. We'll go to the notes. Where are the notes actually? Yeah, here are the notes. And here now this time I'm going to explain you another important topic, that is this time apart from the nested frames, parent child means nested frames, and along that we are going to have sibling frames. Okay, I'm going to take you to some application known as internetHeroku.com/nested frames. In this we have very simple activity, guys. I have to get this particular text and retrieve the left text, retrieve the middle text, retrieve the right text, and retrieve the bottom text and print in the output console. That's it. We have to go to this page and we have to get the text from each and every box that is displayed here. If you right click somewhere here, right? You're not getting frame options anyhow. Are we getting any frame options? We are not getting any frame options, but they are inside the frames, guys. Okay, sometimes it happens where you cannot find. You see here, now you are getting. Okay, now here you are getting. Okay, so just don't select this one and right click here. Are we getting the frame options? Yes, frame options. Now right click here, we are getting the frame option. That means these elements are inside the frame. I would like to the simple activity is I would like to get this particular text outside of these boxes and print in the output console. How to do that? So here is the situation, guys. Before I explain that, I'll tell you that this is a page, let's say. This is a page, guys. Let's assume that this is a page. In the page, there are two sibling frames. In this frame, there are two sibling frames. Okay. Like top frame is there, end frame is there. Okay. Like this. At the same level, they are not the parent and child frames, rather they are sibling frames, brother and sister kind of frames, okay, or sisters kind of frames, or brothers kind of frames. Now in that, one of the sibling frame has nested frames, child frames, and these three child frames are again the sibling frames. This is what is the concept that I'm going to cover. So this is a page, and from the page we have two frames, frame 1, frame 2. Okay, this is the top level parent frame, this is top parent frame, and this is bottom parent frame. They are at the sibling level. F1 and F2 are at the sibling frames. They are not the children or whatever it is. They are at sibling levels. Sibling means brothers and sisters kind of thing. Okay. Now in the parent top frame, we have three child frames: child frame 1, child frame 2, child frame 3. Child frame 1, child frame 2, and child frame 3, guys. And now we have to go to this. Once we go to this parent frame, top level parent frame, we have to switch to the child frame, let's say. And here, all these three frames are again siblings, guys. These are three siblings. Child frame 1, child frame 2, child frame 3. Three are siblings. They are at the same level. So if there is a requirement, you see, we know that from the page level, we can go to the parent frame. From the parent frame, we can go to the child frame. Okay, or from the parent frame, we can go to the child frame also. But how to go from this sibling, child frame, which is the sibling of this frame, can we directly move here? Or can we directly move here between the sibling frames is a question. Okay, how to know if the frames are sibling frames? From the structure of HTML, we have to know. If they are at the same level, we can know. I'll show you in the HTML code how to do that. Okay, we'll get to know from the HTML of the page. Okay, is that fine, Blessy? Like how to know if the frames are sibling frames from the HTML. But because this page is going to be very complex, so I have to explain this, otherwise you'll not understand. Okay, so here is the thing. Now if you want to move from this frame to this frame, is it possible directly? Let's say from the page level you have went to the parent frame. From the parent frame you went to this one of the child frame, which is one of the sibling frames in these three frames. Now can you move from here to here directly, here to here directly, or from here to here directly, or from here to here directly? Is this communication possible? Can you switch the Selenium from one of the sibling to another sibling and one of the sibling to another sibling? Is that possible? The answer is no, it's not possible. It's not possible, guys. Okay, from this also you cannot switch. Like this also you cannot switch. Why? These are also sibling frames. Top level sibling frame to the bottom sibling frame. At the parent frames also you cannot do this switching. This is also not possible. This is also not possible. Okay, switching between the parent frames, sibling frames is not possible. Then what is the situation? Once you go to the page, you will go to the parent frame. Let's say top level parent frame you went. Okay. Now after that, if you want to go to the bottom parent frame, then you have to come back to the page level. You have to come back to the page level, and from the page level, you have to go to the bottom parent frame. Okay, that is the only way. Shortcut is not there. Directly you cannot go. This kind of communication is not possible. Switching between the sibling frames is not possible. You can only go to the parent frame, and parent frame you have to come to the page level, and from the page level again you have to go to the another parent frame which is at the sibling level. And here also, if you go from this page level to this parent frame, top level parent frame, from this if you went to the child frame, and if you want to go to the other sibling frame, you have to go to the page level again, and parent frame level, and from the parent level you have to come back here, and from the parent level you have to come back here. If you have to draw the diagram properly, it will be like this, guys. Okay, if you have to draw the diagram properly, it will be like this. So here we have two frames, frame 1 and frame 2. Okay, sorry, this is frame 1 and this is frame 2. Let's say frame 1, frame 2, and in this parent frame, this both are parent frames only. This is a page. This particular thing is a page, guys. This particular thing is a page. This is a parent frame 1, parent frame, which is on the top level. Okay, there's another parent frame directly under the page, parent frame, bottom level. And in this parent frame, we have 3 frames, 1, 2, 3, which are at the sibling levels. Okay, these are the child frames. Child frame 1, child frame 2, child frame 3. Now, if you have to grow from the page to the parent frame, you have to go like this, right? From this, if you go to this particular child frame, one of the child frame, nested child frame inside this parent frame, and from here to here, you cannot go. This passage is not possible. So what you have to do, again, you have to go to the parent frame, and from the parent frame, I have to come here. And from here, if I have to go here, again, I have to go to the parent frame, and I have to come back to the other required child frame. But this communication between sibling frames is not possible. And for example, you went to the parent frame, and from this parent frame, can you directly go to the another parent frame, which is at sibling level? That is not possible. What you have to do in this case, after coming to the parent frame, you have to go to the page level, and from the page level, you have to come back to the another parent frame. This is what is possible. Direct communication with the sibling frames is not possible. Yes, there are 2 parent frames. Yes, Raj, this is one parent frame, this is another parent frame. In one of the parent frame, we have 3 children frames. In the second parent frame, we don't have any children frames. It's only the frame available here. Okay. But at the same level, we have these 2 parent frames, and in this parent frame, we have 3 children, which are at the siblings. And this parent frame and this parent frame again are siblings. Is that clear, Raj? Is that clear? Okay, there are two top level frames are there. And in one of the top level frame, we have 3 children frames, which are at sibling level. These 2 top frames are also at the sibling level only. They are also siblings. Switching between the siblings is not possible. In order to switch between the sibling, we have to go outside and then come inside. So let's say this is a house, guys. Let's say instead of page, let's say I'll explain how to remember this. I'll explain with the help of a house example so that you can understand. Let's say this is a house. Let's say this is a house. In this house, let's assume that there are 2 big rooms. Okay, this is one big room, and this is another big room we have in the house. This is another big room we have in the house. Okay. Now, this is your friend's house. This is a house. In that, there are 2 bigger rooms. In that one of the room, there are 3 more rooms. There are 3 more rooms. Okay. And another bigger room, right? There is no child rooms. Okay. Now, if you want to find your friend who is there here, You are searching for your friend who is there here in one of the room. Okay. Now, what did you do? You went to his house, and at his house is not available directly. Inside one of the room he is there. We don't know where he is there. What you will do, guys? You'll go and check whether he is there in this room. He is there in this room. You switch it to the parent frame. Is your friend available at this room? You went inside here. You went inside here. Your friend is not there. What you will do, guys? You will come out of this room or not? Again to the house level, you will come out or not? In one of the room, he is not there. What you will do? You will come out of the house. I mean, so come out of this particular room and go to the house level. And from the house level, you'll go to another room, another higher level room that is there. In this room also he is not there. So what you will do? You will go inside one of the inner room. From the parent room to the child room you go. And in this he is not there. What you will do? Can you directly jump from, can you break the walls and go to another room? Is that possible to break the walls and go to another room? Can you break the walls and go to another room? The answer is no. So what you will do? You will go to the parent room here, and that parent room, there is another room entrance to the child room, and you'll go here and you will find your friend. Got it, guys? Just you compare these frames with your house and rooms. Okay. When you go inside a room, you have to come outside to see if your friend is in another room, right? So siblings is not possible. Okay. There may be multiple rooms. You cannot jump from one room to another room to another room to another room. You cannot jump. You have to go to the parent room, and from the parent room, you have to come to the child room. Your frames also same thing. Everyone clear with this concept? Why we cannot go from room to room at the same level? We have to go to the parent room and come to the child room. That's the reason. Here frames also same thing. You have to compare with rooms. Okay. If you are inside this room, can you directly go to this room? No, you cannot go this, right? You have to go to the house level, and in the house, again, you will come to another room. Okay. That's how it is possible. But sibling level rooms, you cannot switch between the sibling. We have to go to the parent room and come to the child rooms. Okay. That's the process. And if your friend is not there here also, you have to go to the parent room and come back to this room. And if he's there, fine, you will find it. Okay. So this is the concept of the sibling frames, guys. This is the concept of the sibling frames. Let's try to automate that now. With the help of this concept, you will understand how to automate this, how to get this particular text outside. So let me do one thing. Before automating this, I'll just inspect this left and inspect this here. And just see here, this particular element is inside a frame or not. Here we are using frames or iframes. Frame tag is there or iframe tag is there in this case. For organizing this page, they have used the frame tag or iframe. Frame tag. Okay. Frames also same concept, guys. Switching to the frames is also same concept. So this particular left is inside the frame, having the name is equal to frame left. And this particular frame, if you go to selector sub here, it will tell you that this particular body, we have to retrieve this particular text, right? Left to text, we have to retrieve. This particular thing, it's clearly saying that it is inside a frame. It's inside a frame. And this particular is inside a, which frame? This frame, right? And this frame, when I select, again selector sub is saying that this frame is also inside another iframe. What is that iframe? This frame. That is frame top. That is frame top. What about this one? This is not there anywhere. You see, this particular thing is on the top level only. On the page level, top frame. Under that, child frame is there. Okay, in the child frame, we have this left. If I have to retrieve this particular left, first I have to switch to the parent frame. And from the parent frame, I have to switch to the child frame. And from the child frame, I have to retrieve this left. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Correct or not? Yes or no? Yes, right? So let me automate that. First, my requirement is to get the left to text out of that particular page. So I'll go step by step here. Sibling frames demo. I'll just say main method. And here I'll write down. Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Okay, Chrome driver is called new Chrome driver. Control Shift O. If you are able to automate this page, you are expert in frames, guys. If you automate this particular page, this example, if you automate means, this example, if you can automate means, you are an expert. Okay. So Raj, what is the question? Raj, what is the question? What didn't you understand? At which level? HTML?
No. In between some voice are breaking actually for me some network issue. That's the reason.
Is my voice
For
breaking,
me,
guys? Is my voice breaking?
for me network issue.
Okay.
Your voice is clear, but his voice is not clear.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Raj, but now you are able to hear me or it's still breaking?
I can hear.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So what is that you have missed? Where you have missed, Raj?
No. While explaining in DOM, I have missed.
HTML DOM, right?
Yes.
So if I inspect this left, if I inspect this particular left, if I want, my requirement is what? I have to retrieve this particular text, I have to retrieve this particular text, I have to retrieve this particular text, I have to retrieve this particular text and print in the output console. So I am just starting my process of inspecting this left text. When I inspect that particular left text, you see this particular element having the left text in between the tags is part of, if you select here and go to selectors of, you can easily find it out that this particular element that I want to locate and retrieve the left text is inside a frame or not. Raj, tell me, this particular element is inside a frame or not. When I select this HTML code, selector sub is clearly stating that this particular element that you are looking for is inside a frame. So in order to get the text, I have to switch to the frame, right? So what is that frame in which this element is there? With the help of selector sub, I am able to find, or without the help of also, I can find where if no such element exception comes, I'll come back here and investigate whether this particular thing is inside a frame or not. You see, body is inside this HTML and HTML inside this frame. So this is the frame, right? Which is holding this left text. Immediate frame which is holding this left text is this particular frame or not, Raj?
So what does frame say?
Frame I explained in the previous session, Raj. Have you not attended the previous session?
Frame set.
Frame set, don't worry about frame set. Okay, it's a collection of frames. That is it. Okay, don't worry about frame set.
That's what I'm meaning to ask. See, if like more than one frame, we can
Yeah,
see
that's it. It is a collection of frames. Okay, under this frame set, you can have multiple frames. I'll come to that later. Don't worry about the frame set. Only focus on the frame now. Just for a while, you focus on the frame. You'll understand frame set later. Okay. Is that fine, Raj?
Yes.
Okay. So now this particular element is inside the frame. This left element is inside this frame. And this particular frame is having the name locator. Using this name locator, I'll switch to the frame. But when I select this frame part, when I select this HTML of the frame, selectors is the same guy saying that this particular frame is also inside a frame. Yes or no? When I select this HTML code, is the selector sub saying that is also inside the frame or not?
Yes.
Tell me, Raj.
Yes.
This is also inside a frame. I have to find out this particular frame is where. If I go to the parent level, this frame set you ignore for now. Okay, that's the concept of frame set is different. Okay, I'll explain that later. Who is the parent of this frame set? Frame set parent is what? HTML. HTML frame parent is frame. This is a parent frame under which this child frame is available. Yes or no? This is a parent frame. This is a child frame. This is a parent frame. This is a child frame. Coming to the parent frame, we have a locator. So to get this particular text, what I have to do? First, I have to switch to the parent frame or directly I have to switch to the child frame. Raj, tell me, what I have to switch to, Raj? Parent frame or directly to the child frame I have to switch? What I have to do, Raj? First, I have to switch to the parent frame.
Yeah.
From the page level, I have to come to the parent frame, and from the parent frame, I have to come to the child frame. And in that child frame, I have this left text, and that text I will retrieve. Okay. Till here, clear?
Clear.
Okay. Clear. Now let me just follow my session. Okay, that's what I explained. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, then driver dot get command, provide this URL. My first requirement is to get this left text outside of this page and print in the output console. So for that, I provide the page of this particular thing. And if I want to get this particular left text, first I identified that this particular is inside a frame. When I select this one, selector sub is clearly saying that this particular element that you are looking for is inside a frame. And when I select that particular frame, and this frame is also inside this frame is also, when I select the HTML code of the frame, selector sub is saying that this particular frame is also inside another frame. I found the another frame here. Okay. So that top level frame, this particular thing when I select is a selector sub saying that this particular frame is also inside another frame, is a selector sub saying for me. When I select this HTML code, is a selector sub saying that this particular frame is also inside another frame, or it's directly under the page. By looking at this, you have to tell me. It's directly under the page. It's not saying that it's another part of another page. Okay, from the page level, I'll come to the frame level because my requirement is to get this particular text outside. I'll take this name locator of the frame and create a web element for the frame. Driver.find element by dot. Actually, this is a name locator, right? I don't have to create a web element. If it is ID or name is there, I don't have to create the web element. What I have to do? Driver dot switch to dot. You can also create a web element, but we directly have the command, right? Why to create a web element? Driver dot switch to dot. Which frame? Frame top. Frame top means in this diagram, frame top means what? This is a frame top. Okay, in this diagram, this is a frame top. This is a page level. This is a page. This particular thing is a page, and this is a frame top. Frame top, whatever they are saying as frame top, right? This is a frame top. This box is a frame top. Okay, that we are switched. Is that the task done? If I switch to the frame tag, is the task done? Can I get the text here? No. In this frame again, there's a child frame. That is frame left. What is that they are saying as frame left? This is called, they are calling as frame left. Frame left. Okay. Frame. Inside the frame left, we have that particular text known as left text. Okay. So here I'll simply say driver dot switch to dot frame of frame left. After I switch to this parent frame and its child frame, now can I get this particular text? Left to text can I get after I switch to this frame left? Can I get this left to text? In that, what we have, body tag is there. Okay, body is there. Double slash body, I have to say. Double slash inside this frame, only one body is there. Inside this particular frame, only one body is there. Already we have switched to this frame. So even though it says 4 also, it's one only, guys. Okay. So I'll simply say driver dot find element by dot tag name. I'll give the body as a tag name. Left frame body. Okay, is equal to. Pour the mouse on this, create local variable, and inside this left frame body, inside this particular left frame body, you can see that here, right? This frame is locating, highlighting this area. In that frame, only one body will be there. The left frame body, what is the text between the tags? Left is a text. So I'll simply write down left frame body dot get text dot get text. And there are some spaces between and after the left to text. You see leading space is there, trailing space is there. So in the string method, we have a trim method, right? If you remember string trim method, this get text method is returning the string to that particular string object we are trimming so that we'll get the text between the tags. Okay. Left text is equal to, okay, left to text is equal to, here string will come and I'll print it out. If you are able to do this program, guys, you are an expert in frames. Okay. Understand that. That level of expertise you will get. Fine. You know what to do all. Okay. So now if I run this code, left to text will be printed. Let's see whether the left text is printed or not. I've run the script and observe that what is happening. So just go to the Eclipse ID and see. Did we get the retrieve? Did we have retrieved the left text? Yes or no, guys? Did we retrieve the left text from the left frame, which is part of the parent top frame? Right? We got it. Now, yes. Is it clear for everyone or any confusions here? Guys, is this clear so far? Type C in the chat box if it is clear. Everyone type C in the chat box if this is clear. Great. Now, guys, the situation here is, now I want to get the next activity. That is, I want to get the middle text. I'll inspect this middle text now. When I inspect the middle text, I'll remove this. When I inspect the middle text, because my next activity is to get this middle text. Okay. If I inspect this middle text, if you can see here, selector sub is clearly saying that this is part of the frame known as frame middle. right? It's not frame left. Can you see that, guys? It's a frame middle. And this particular frame is part of another frame. What is that? Frame left. Frame left. Okay? Frame middle, frame left. Frame middle. Sorry, this particular thing is not part of the frame left. Actually, they are sibling frames. Sorry. You see, under the frame set, how many frames are there? Now you're asking, right? Now you're asking, right? Why frame set is there? Because there are 3 sibling frames under the frame set. This is the way HTML people will write the code. Like whenever they are using frames to organize a page, right? They'll create a frame set to to create a collection of multiple frames. To create a collection of multiple frames, they will create a frame set. Under the frame set, we have 3 frames. Under the frame set, we have 3 frames. Frame 1, frame 2, frame 3. Got it, guys? Clear? Clear, everyone? Why frame set is there here? Is it clear? As per the HTML norms, if you have multiple frames at the sibling level, you generally use frame sets. Okay? That's the only thing. But for now, my requirement is to inspect the middle. And this particular middle text.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for this.
Yes, Raj,
So-
tell me.
So in between the frames are siblings only, we can see the tag as frame set, right?
I didn't get that. Come again.
See, if there is a sibling frames,
Hmm.
then only we can see the tag as frame set, right? On
Yes,
top
correct.
of-
Definitely. That's correct. You see, if this
Okay.
frame set is there, again, one more frame is there on the top of this. If you collapse that, another frame set is there. The top 2 siblings, top parent frame and bottom top frame. Okay. Frame top, frame bottom are sibling frames again. They are part of the frame set. And in the frame top, again, we have in the frame top, again, we have the frame set. Under the frame set, how many frames are there? Under the frame set, there are 3 frames again. That's correct, Raj. Whatever you said is right. Okay. Under the frame set, we have 3 sibling frames. Everyone
So
clear
if
now?
so if there is a parent frame and child frame means there will be only one common frame, right? That is on the top of it.
I didn't get that question. Come again. Can you speak louder? Your voice is low.
That's a parent and child frame.
So this is a parent frame and this is a child frame. Let's say. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like this one I understood. Frame set. Under frame set, there.
Frame set you ignore. Frame set we are not going to deal with frame set. Frame set is only for HTML coding purpose. It doesn't involve in our automation.
No, that I understood actually. So like
Hmm.
under frame set, we can see the sibling frames actually. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So if there is a parent frame and child frame, like how can we identify? For sibling frame, we have the keyword called frame set. Like
For
tag.
parent and child, you cannot identify. The only way to identify is that on the top of the frame, who is a parent frame set. On the top of the frame set, who is a parent HTML. On the top of this HTML, who is a parent frame. That means this is a grandparent of this frame. So this is how this becomes a parent frame. This becomes a child frame. That's how we have to identify.
So on the top of the parent frame also we can see the frame set here.
Frame set is for collection because there are 2 sibling frames, right? That's why frame set is there.
Okay.
Got it? At a high level under the page, there are 2 frames at the sibling level. Top frame, bottom frame. In that top frame, we have 3 child frames. In this top frame, we have 3 child frames. To collect these 3 sibling frames, we have the frame set. That's the reason of the frame set. Okay?
Okay.
But if you want to find whether what is the relation between this frame and this frame, you have to see here. So can I say that this particular frame is a parent, is a child of this frame? Can I say that this frame is a child of this frame? Can I say that?
No. So
No,
all these 3
because they're
frames,
at the same level. How can I say a
Yeah,
particular frame is a parent of this frame? Means you have to go to the parent of this, immediate parent of this frame is frame set. Immediate
Yes.
parent of the frame set is HTML. Immediate parent of the HTML is frame. Now this becomes the parent of this child frame. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Now my requirement is, you see, when I inspected this, when I went to this, now at this position where I am actually, I went to the top frame, and in the top frame, I went to the left frame. I got the text inside the, I got the text between this left frame. Inside the left frame, whatever the child frame, we got that. Can I move from here to here directly? From this sibling frame to another sibling frame, can I move? left to middle directly I can move? I'm inside this room. I'm inside this room. And from this room, can I directly jump to another room? No, we cannot go to the room to room because the rooms are at the same level. I cannot break the walls and go. I have to open the door here and go to the parent frame. And from the parent room, I have to come back and open the door of the middle room and come here. Again, if I have to go to the right room, then I have to come out of this room. The parent room will be there. From the parent room, I have to open the door of this right child room and come inside that. Okay, but directly you cannot jump from left to middle, middle to right, right to middle, middle to left. That is not possible. Why? Because they are at the sibling levels. So movement between the sibling frames is not possible. You have to understand. Here you see left room, middle room, right room. Okay. So if I have to go to the middle room now, already I was there at the left room. Okay. Already I am there at the left room. And from the left room, can I directly go to the middle room? Tell me guys, can I go from the left room to the middle room now? Is it possible to move from the left room to middle room directly here? No. What I have to do? I have to move from the left room to the parent room. Who is a parent? Frame top is a parent. So how to move to the parent room? Tell me guys, how to move to the parent room? Driver dot, switch to dot. Which command I have to use? Parent frame command. You're right guys. Okay. I have to use parent frame command. Okay. So when I say parent frame, who is the parent of this left frame? Frame top is a parent. So we are all indirectly we are going to the frame top. And from the frame top, we have to come to which frame now? Once we are on this frame top, from this we have to come to which room now? This middle room. This has a name. Copy this name and write down driver dot switch to dot frame of. Directly we cannot switch between the sibling rooms. Parent room we have to go, and from the parent room we have to come to the child room. Okay, but between the rooms we cannot go. Sibling rooms we cannot go. Okay, frame of this name I will provide. This name of the frame, middle frame. Now since I am now I went back to the parent room and came back to the middle room. So once I am in this middle room, here, where is the middle text? It has an ID here. You see content ID. I'll simply say driver.find element by dot ID content. I'll get the text here. Okay, I'll create a web element for that. Driver dot find element by dot ID. I'll write down here the ID locator of that particular okay middle text element middle text element. I'll say middle text element is equal to over the mouse on this create local variable, and here I'll say middle text element dot get a text. Is there any requirement of trimming? Let's see here by looking at the HTML code. You see there is no leading and trailing spaces. I don't have to add trim. That's okay. String, I'll simply say middle text is equal to, I'll write. Now system.out.println middle text. Okay, middle text I'll print it out. This is what I have to do, guys. Okay. Yes, this is what I have to do. I have to switch back to the parent frame, and from the parent frame, I have to come to the middle child frame. Okay, that's the way. We cannot go from sibling to sibling. So we have to go to its parent frame, and from the parent frame, we have to come to the middle child frame. Okay. So we went to the frame top and came to the frame middle. And in the frame middle, we are retrieving the text. Let's see what is happening. The script after the script runs. Let's see the output console and see whether that is happening or not. Just go here and see. You see left and middle got printed. 2 activities got achieved. So better I'll write driver.quit here so that the script will close automatically. Otherwise, we don't know whether that is coming or not. Let me run the script here. First, it will get the left text. Then it will get the middle text. So guys, even after the session, if you are not able to understand, try to watch this video 1 or 2 times till you get clarity. Okay. So you should be able to do it by yourself if required. Okay. So this is, if you are able to do this, you are good with frames. Left and middle we got. What is the next challenge we have? After getting the left, after getting the middle, we have to get the right. Now tell me guys what I have to do. To get the right, I'll right click here and select inspect option. This particular right is inside a frame or not? This particular right is inside the frame or not? Yes or no? Yes, it's inside the frame. And as you can clearly see here, there are 3 sibling frames. The frame right, inside the frame right, we have this right text. And can I move from middle to right directly? Can I move from middle to right directly? Can I move from middle to right directly? Yes or no? No, we cannot move from middle to right because they are at the sibling level. So what I have to do, when I select this right element, the right element, it said that it's inside the frame. This particular frame is also inside another frame. That is, this is frame top. Inside the frame top, it is there. So instead of going from middle to right, what I have to do from middle to, currently I'm at this frame middle. From middle to frame top, I have to go. From the frame top, I have to come to frame right. Okay. So what I have to do here, guys, same process is repeated here. First, I have to write driver dot switch to dot. What I have to write here? Driver dot switch to dot. Yes, you are right, Rajkumar. Parent frame. And then we have to come to the frame, right? Correct. We have to go to the frame, parent frame. Parent frame we have to go. So that is nothing but we'll be going to the middle frame to the frame top. And from the frame top, using the parent frame, we went to the frame top. From the parent frame top, we can come to the frame right. That has a name locator. Copy this. And here write down driver dot switch to dot driver dot switch to dot frame of provide the frame. Done. That is also done. Okay. Frame right we came. Once you come to the frame right, now it's there inside the body tag. I'll simply write down driver dot find element by dot tag name. Here I'll say body. Put a semicolon. And here I'll right click and I'll say simply write text element. Write text body element. Okay. Write text body element, create a web element for this, and I'll copy this and simply write down dot get text dot. Here, is there any leading trailing spaces? Yes. I'll simply say dot trim here. Okay, so that the leading trailing spaces will be gone. And here I'll simply write down string write text. Write text is equal to write text is equal to. Okay. Now run the code. Now run the code. I have to print it out, right? I have to print it out. System.out.println. Write text. Your only purpose is to retrieve that particular text from that page, guys. If you are able to retrieve, means you are good with frames. Simple. Now run the code. Open the browser. Maximize the browser. You see, left, middle, right. Did we achieve? So far, is it clear, guys? So far, is it clear? Just types in the chat box. How we are able to retrieve the left, middle, right is clear. Everyone types in the chat box if it is clear so far for you. Great. Superb. Superb. Great, guys. Okay. So everyone is clear with this. Looks like. Now, my requirement is, now I am here, but I want to get this bottom text. Now I am here, I want to get this bottom text. So if I inspect this, I'll go here. This is the element, and it clearly says that this particular bottom is inside a frame, that is frame bottom. Frame bottom. But where is my current position already? The frame bottom is directly under the page. It's not inside a frame. But currently I'm not at the page level. Where am I actually? I'm at the frame right. Right? Current position is in this script, you are at the frame right. You're at your current pointer in the frame right. But from here, you have to come to here. From here, you have to come to here. How can you come from there to there? From frame right, I want to go to the page level. Under the page level, there are two frames. Under that bottom frame, I have to go. In the bottom frame, I have this. You see, I'm in one of the child frame of the top frame. That top frame inside the page level. In that page level, there are two sibling frames. Right? Now, from one of the child frame of this top frame, I have to come to the bottom frame. How can I come? One way is that from the frame right, I have to go to the parent frame. From the parent frame, I have to go to the page level. And from the page level, I have to come to this bottom frame. That is one way. Another way is that directly I can go from the frame right to the page level. And from the page level, I'll come to the bottom frame. Which one is easy? Going to the page level is easy, or going to the parent frame and from parent frame to default content and from default content page to the bottom frame is better, or page level is easy? So what I will simply write here is, whatever the frame I am, inner frame I am here, I'll simply write down driver dot switch to dot default content. I'll say I'll go to the page level. And after I go to the page level, I'll simply write down driver dot switch to dot frame of, from the page level, there are two rooms. Which room I have to go? Already I came from here, from frame right, I went directly to the page level. To the page level I went. Under the page level, we have two frames, top frame, bottom frame. We have to come to the bottom frame. How to come to the bottom frame? Already when I am on the page level, I can directly come here, right? Frame bottom, okay? So here I'll simply write down driver dot switch to dot frame of bottom frame. Okay, this will give you bottom frame. Okay, I don't have to write this. Okay, driver dot switch to that. I don't have to write. We have already switched to. So when I am in the bottom frame, can I locate this element? Yes, it's part of the body tag. So simply I'll write down driver dot find element by dot tag name of body. I'll write. Okay, only one body will be there in the frame. So here that body, since you are a part of that frame, it will locate only the body that is there inside that frame only. And here I'll write down bottom body element. Bottom body element. Over the mouse on this, create local variable. The return type will come. Now I'll simply say bottom body frame dot get text. Get text. And here leading trailing spaces are there. Trailing space is there. Better you write trim here. Okay, trim. And here write down string bottom text. Bottom text is equal to. Now print it out. System.out.println, system.out.println, bottom text I'll say. Bottom text I'll say. That's it. Done. Now save this. Run this code, right click, run as Java application. Run this guys and see what will happen. So with this, if you are able to do this, you are very good at frames, guys. If you are able to achieve this challenge, right, you are very good at frames. You can move anywhere between the frames. Okay. You see left, middle, right, bottom, everything came. Right? Left, middle, right, bottom, everything came. And hope you got the clarity of this, how to switch between the sibling frames. Directly switching between the sibling frames is not possible. You have to go to the parent frame, and from the parent frame, you have to go to the respective sibling frame. Okay. That's what you have to do, guys. That's the only concept. Everyone clear with this? Type C in the chat box. If you guys are clear with this, how to switch between the sibling frames by going to their parent frames or page level and coming back to the frames. Is that clear? Just type C in the chat box. If any doubts are there, you can ask me right now. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, guys. This is what I wanted to cover today. This looks only 3 lines, but you see how much important it is, right? I covered these 2 things today, actually, not only one thing, but this took a lot of time because, this has not only child and parent and child frames, it also has sibling frames. So switching between sibling frames, no one will explain you. Until you come across situation, no one will explain you. So it's better to learn the sibling frames also. Okay. So this is what I wanted to cover today as part of the frames. We have one more topic left out where using the index of the frames, how to operate. Okay. So that I'll cover tomorrow because that involves some programming and all. Okay. This is a very additional topic, but I'll cover that for you. Not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow is what? Saturday, Sunday, right? So it will be covered on Monday for you. Okay. Monday morning. This will be there on Monday morning for you. Tomorrow we have other sessions, right? Yeah, Monday morning, right? Tomorrow sessions are, what are the tomorrow sessions? Let's decide here. Meanwhile, you can ask me the questions, guys. If you guys have any questions, you can ask me about this session. I'll clarify. That's all for today though, but I'll just write down tomorrow's session. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Tomorrow session, I'll create the tomorrow session here and I'll simply write down Saturday IST and 7 a.m. First session will be there at the 7 a.m. Last weekend I have to take. A lot of things are there here. Yeah, this part. Try to copy. Can I copy all the 4? So that I can modify it ago? No. So anyhow, I'll write down myself. First of all, Selenium Java challenges, what we are going to do next. Something, maybe we'll go to the let code application, guys. We'll go to the let code application workspace and here, last time what we have completed, guys, Shadow DOM we completed, right? Shadow DOM is something that we completed. And apart from the shadow DOM, this one we completed, play with a lot of elements and so much. I think this one we completed, guys, no, right? Window we completed, but elements did we complete? Guys, elements did we complete? Yeah, welcome Rajkumar. Thanks for the feedback that you have understood it clearly with the rooms example. Very good. Thank you Rajkumar. And guys, tell me like, did we complete these elements? No, right? Play with a lot of elements and smash where we have given the GitHub URL and got all the things done. No, right? So these elements at Let Code we cover tomorrow. Okay. And if you have time, we'll also move to drag drop kind of things. Okay. That's the challenge we are going to solve tomorrow. Is that fine?
Arun, do we have covers any kind of like progress bar or the elements which are getting disabled? Invisible after showing some
Sometime.
successful. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
such
That
kind
will
of
be there
initiative.
on the Omayo application. I already created
Okay.
such kind of things on the Omayo application. For example, here there is something like this, this checkbox field, which is in disabled state. When I click on this, check this, but after 10 seconds, it will get enabled. Okay, this kind of activities are there. This also we can do.
Yeah, so my question, related to like whenever we do some kind of shopping and all, so post that some message displays like your order processed successfully for a while,
Hmm.
and then
Hmm.
after that it got disappeared. So yeah, at that time, and
Hmm.
sometimes we got to see like some progress bar is being displayed, and once that is completed, that
Hmm.
is disappear.
Okay, okay.
So such kind of element, if we can just find somewhere and try
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see
yeah.
at least.
I know that element loading or something will be there. I have to see that. Where is that? Basically, KL. 1 minute. Let me find out. We are going slowly. We'll go for all the elements. No need to worry. Uh, okay, this is our user authentication. Drag and drop dynamic content, dynamic loading. Okay. For example, here we are. We'll go to one of the page here. When you click on the start, right, loading will come. After the loading comes, right, then only we have to wait until this loading get disappeared. Then will get that. This is what you are asking, right?
Yes. Anything that confirms like that the process that was being done is now completed after
That we
clicking on
can
the
do
start.
that. This example is still there. We can do that. No problem. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
So yeah, we can do that. No problem. We'll click on the start button and we'll wait until this page loading is completed. And then we have to, once the page loading is gone away, then we have to get the text. Okay. So this also, if you want me to add this tomorrow, I can add this. And apart from that, we can also go with the remaining activities also. So I'll not decide any topic for tomorrow. Maybe I'll say loading icon. Shall I say loading icon here? Disappearing of loading icon. Disappearing of loading and such kind of stuff. Okay. This is what we want to see now.
Yes.
Yeah. So no problem.
and
We can
also
go with
and also sometimes we want to identify the text which appears in between the progress, like your order process successfully, so it comes for a while just for
Hmm.
2 to 3 seconds, and then it got disappeared. So we just specifically want to
Hmm.
find that element to make sure like that was
On the
displayed.
loading only, for example, loading is coming. Let's say loading text is coming. Okay. Loading and some circle is coming. That loading text you want to retrieve, let's say on the loading only. Okay.
Yes, and
That
it
kind of
comes
thing you
only
are
for
saying,
a
na?
while.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So we'll do, Ashish, one thing like we have already made a note of this. Tomorrow we'll explore if we get any examples on that, and whatever
Sure,
possibility is
sure.
there, we'll try to automate that. Okay.
Sure. Thanks, Arun. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome, Ashish. Okay, so I am just sticking the topic to the loading, and if you have time, we'll go with other things. That is 7 a.m. session, and we also have other sessions at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. session, BRS testable requirement, same thing will be. And we are actually in a very good topic there. Like, we are discussing on some test environments topic is there that is going on. If anyone want to, explore the test environments in detail, just come to that session, guys. Okay. That where we are exploring test environments in very depth. Okay. In very depth, we are exploring the test environments related stuff. So that is at 11 a.m. tomorrow. And the next one we have is at 2 p.m. IST, non-tech to tech series, we are going to continue with the HTML. The HTML is also very interesting, and we are going in depth level of elements. Okay, so HTML will be continued here in depth. That is at 2 p.m. IST tomorrow. And finally, we have 6 p.m. IST. We have the Selenium Java crash course. 6 p.m. IST, we have Selenium Java crash course. Okay, this is the old one. No problem. Yeah, I'll just modify this. We are still in the last part of the file handling, guys. Almost at the end of file handling, and file handling and collections framework we can write if required, because a lot of time will be there. So we may be covering file handling and collections framework. Okay, the almost at the end of file handling we are there, and we'll start the collections framework. Okay, that is the plan. File handling and collections framework is the topics. So guys, do you want collections framework into be depth? Do you want me as part of the Selenium Java crash course, since we are covering every topic in depth? You want me to cover all the collections framework, or only just 1 or 2 or 3 that is important for Selenium? Everything, if you want, means type everything in the chat box so that I can plan like that. All the topics in collections framework means all. You just type all, something like that. Then it's better to
Collection
have all.
framework you started or you're going to start in the crash
I'm
course?
going to start. I'm going to start.
Okay. So can we go for the detailed session?
Yeah,
on
sure,
that?
sure. Yeah, sure. We can go with the detailed section. Okay. No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah. File handling also we went with the detailed session only, but today is the last day. Today evening we'll complete that. Okay. So this is for tomorrow, right? Mostly it will be collections framework only tomorrow. The reason behind that is file handling will be completed tomorrow. Today it will start. Collections framework will start today only. So better today you join. Okay. Today at 8 p.m. we have this remaining portion of the right. I cannot update this one. Today collections framework will start. Okay. Today Friday collections framework will start. Tomorrow it will be continued. It is a continued. Collections framework will be continued. Okay. Is that fine? On the weekends, collections framework will be continued. On Saturday, Sunday at 6 p.m. IST, we are going to have the collections framework continued. No, we cannot start tomorrow, Ashish, because today almost we completed file handling, but I'll try to see if any other topic I can take up. I'll try. Okay. How many of you people want collections framework to be on the tomorrow only? In that case, I have to change my topic. But today, along with the file handling, I will take another topic if required. Okay. Maybe naming conventions or this any other topic I'll take from this list. Okay. We have collected a lot of topics, guys. These are topics that I have not covered in the morning hours. If you guys are interested in these topics, you come and attend the sessions. Okay. Nested classes, multiple classes in same file, operator precedence, super keyword, and different type of operators, operator precedence, and different type of operators like bitwise and shift operators also I'm covering. Maybe I'll go with the bitwise shift operator or such kind of topics today. Okay. Okay, I'll try to push that collections to tomorrow. I'll take any other topic maybe. Okay. I'll try my level best. Okay. To move it to the next session. Okay. That is Saturday and Sunday. We'll freshly take the collections. No problem, Ashish. Okay. As per your request, I'm doing that. So maybe I'll take typecasting or whatever the basic topics, right? Along with the file handling, we are going to look into the typecasting, etc., etc. Okay. No problem. Today it will be file handling and any other topics other than collections. So fine. Any questions, any doubts from today's session or anything you have any doubt about? Yeah. Hi, Nigora. Yeah, please ask Nigora.
Yes, could you please open Eclipse? You switch
Yeah, sure,
to different
sure.
area.
Okay.
So here in line number 15, driver switch to frame, and 17, we can make it like a method chaining. Driver switch to frame, frame top, switch to frame.
Okay.
Frame
Is there a
left.
possibility
Yeah.
or not? Okay. Yeah.
No,
Maybe
it possible. It possible.
it's
We
possible.
can do that. Yeah.
Dot.
switch to, yes, dot
Again, we have to say
switch.
switch to.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So that's very
And
good.
also we can continue find element by tag name like that.
Yeah. So instead of this, we can also
Yes.
write this.
We can
here.
write, yeah, instead 3 lines, we can write one, like in one statement.
Okay. Okay. This one also you mean to say?
Yeah, like a driver switch to frame top. Dot
Okay, then
switch to
find
frame
element you can say.
left,
Then you
and
can say find element.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll try to reduce as much as possible. Maybe all these things we can make into a single line, I guess. So let's try. Instead of 4 lines, right? This is a very good thing because, whenever you are writing the code, you don't have to write so many lines. If you can write a single line, that's already good. So we'll simply write down driver dot switch to dot frame of frame top. That's an enhancement now. Dot, because this frame command is returning you
Dot
WebDriver.
switch.
Yeah, WebDriver. So driver dot you can say, because it's giving you WebDriver. So you can say driver dot switch to. But start with dot switch to dot again frame, and give this frame left here.
Frame left, yes.
And that again will give you the web element of the object of the web element, WebDriver. Sorry, object of the WebDriver, and object of the WebDriver dot find element. You can say no. Dot find or we can also do something like this. Okay, you can, if you are not able to do like that, you can write like this also. Okay, dot find element in single line, we can write dot find element, and here in the find element you will be writing by dot tag name, that is body thing, and here it will give you the web elements element, and that from web elements element you can say dot get text dot trim, you can write, and here I'll simply write down string left text is equal to, in single line we can complete, right, Nicola? This is what you have mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is better. So visibility wise, if I minimize this, I think I can go ahead with this kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah, just 2 lines for now because of the visibility. Otherwise, we can write in a single line also. But like this is chaining, right? Object chaining.
Yes.
This is object chaining.
Method chaining.
Yeah, similarly, we can do for the other stuff also if you want. Okay. So we tried for one thing. I think this will be enough, right? People can try for other things anyhow, right? Here driver dot switch to parent frame dot again switch to dot frame of frame middle. I think we can do that, I guess, right? This because parent frame is returning the WebDriver. So driver dot switch to, instead of that, switch to dot frame, you can say here.
Yeah, we can
do for everything.
all these 3.
All these 3 we can do that.
Yeah, or also we can write the method for iterating.
Method for?
We can iterate this.
Okay, a reusable method for going from parent frame to child frame and all those stuff, you mean to say?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. For now, we can complete this into this object chaining thing. In a single line, we got the result and we can print it out. Then this also, if you want to convert, then we can convert this. So method I didn't get, Nigora, like, can you explain again?
Like if we find, we use like a driver switch to, or not switch to, can you go a little bit up? Okay, driver get this one. Driver find element by, this is frame top is, I don't remember it name, I think, yes. This is a frame top, it was a name.
Yes, name locator, correct.
Name locator. So we can do like a driver find element by name, frame top, and after so we have a two parent frame. We have a 2 parent frame, and in one frame we have a 3 frames. Yes, so we can find the frames, and after that these frames we can go with the iterator. While iterator has next, like iterator next, and
okay, got it.
drive switch to
at a high level, you want to capture all the top level frames.
Yes, like a
Got it.
frame dash.
Simple. You are simply saying that driver dot okay. So I have to locate the frames. Basically, I have to create a web element for the frames. Okay, in that case, driver dot.
We can do this in the future. I don't want to confuse people, but I'm just
Yeah, no problem. It's okay. They already understood. But driver dot find elements. You have to write by dot name.
Yes, name and frame top. Yeah.
If I give frame top, only one element will come. We have to give something like by dot.
It will be parent, first parent frame.
Yes. It should not be the first parent frame. It should be
And
because
after that, we
two
can go
parents are there,
inside
right? Two
yeah.
parents are there directly. So we have to capture both of them. So driver dot find element by dot tag name, I'll say tag name. Anyhow, it will not find the child frames, right? So it will, okay. No. By dot, after you switch to the frame only, it will find the inner frame. So anyhow, parent level, only 2 frames will be there, frame we can see. Okay.
Yeah.
This will give you
find elements. It will list
it
of
will
the
say,
elements.
I'll say
Yeah.
top frames here. Okay. For the mouse on this, for the create local variable, and here.
And now top frames dot iterator we can do.
Yeah. So here, top frames dot. Instead of iterator, can we use top frame of 0, top frame of 1 also? Is that not a good idea? Iterator only is a good one.
Yeah.
ITR is equal to.
And after that, while.
1 minute. While ITR dot as next. And we'll go inside this and simply write down ITR dot next. This will get the first frame. That is a top level frame. We'll switch to the top level frame first, right? So, okay, ITR dot next will get you the frame. Okay. That from frame is equal to, I'll say over the mouse and say create local variable. We got the frame web element. Okay, that's fine. And now driver dot switch to dot frame will say. Okay, driver dot switch to the frame, and this particular I'll simply write this as F switch to frame. Okay, that will happen. PF parent frame. Okay, it's one of the parent frame. Okay. Parent frame. Okay, so parent frame. It may be first in the first iteration, it will go to the top parent frame basically, right?
So, and we have to go second iteration because
again we have to go inside this. I have to go to the second iteration again. Okay, so once you switch to the parent frame, and from there we have to switch to the child frame, right? In this parent frame, once you switch to the parent frame, we have to switch to the child frame. For that, again we have to go for driver dot find elements.
Yeah.
Okay.
By
tag name. Again, frame only we have to write. And this will give you the list of frames. Child frames is equal to over the mouse create local variable. Okay, this will give you the child frames. Then driver dot find elements by dot tag name.
Yeah, child frames iterator.
Child frames dot iterator. So what if there are no child frames? That's one question I have. So in that case, this will give you an exception. So we have to say try catch block. We have to put this inside. It's better, right?
Yeah, and
exception if no such frame exception is coming, means no such element exception may come most probably. In that, we'll simply write down we'll do nothing actually. Okay, we'll do nothing, and okay, no frames left out. We can keep it blank actually. So it's just to handle the frame. This is what we can do. Maybe we can think about other solutions, because if the frames are there, that's okay. It will go to the try block. Otherwise, if the child frames are not there, it will not switch to the child frames. Okay. So that's what I want to do at a high level now. Again, here ITR is equal to ITR2 or something I'll give and create a create a locator. And here, so here I have to write the while loop. Okay, while ITR dot has next. While ITR dot has next.
ITR2.
Yeah, ITR2 dot has next. Then driver dot. I'll simply say ITR dot next of. And here child frame. So one of the child frame. Over the mouse, create local. And here I'll simply say driver dot switch to dot frame of child frame. After that, after switching to the child frame, we have to perform the operation, right? So in this case, the problem is there. We know the problem is there. In every case, we have to pass a. In every case, the problem is sometimes we don't have unique element here. Sometimes we have ID. Sometimes we have body tag. You know. Sometimes we have body tag. That will become a lot of complex, I guess so, right? After you switch that to the child.
In the first, we have a. Could you please go to the application, to the page?
Yeah.
And if we look on the left, middle, and right, these three frames. So not bottom. Can you go a little bit up? Frame. All of them has a name. And we can do like a frame dash. Contains frame dash. When you write the locator, we can say like a by name, and name is like a contains.
By name is okay. By name is okay for this. Okay. Yeah, 1 minute. So here, if you go here and has all okay. By frame we are going actually by not name. We'll go to the first frame. Then in the 3 frames, whether we have that particular body or not, we have to see. Then to some extent it will be okay. But here this doesn't have the body. It is in the div tag actually. Okay, that's the problem. So it's not kind of unique for all the stuff, right? So switching to the frames is okay with this logic. But after switching to the frame, then it will become more complicated, I feel. What do you say, Nigora? So this concept is good, but still, you know, getting something, maybe you can try that, Nigora. What you say? To try to try in your free time once, but I don't think you know, if you get any way, you just let me know. Okay, tomorrow session or wherever. Okay, just let us know. So we'll spend time. For now I would like to remove this part, and I want to go with the basic one only. So that one is good, and whatever you said is good. Where in case of this, you know, instead of going for multiple things, we can simply write down dot here instead of writing this many stuff. Okay. We can write a single line here. That's good. So here I'll write down driver dot switch to dot parent frame dot switch to dot frame middle. Then after frame middle dot get text dot get text.
Find element first and after get text.
Okay, yeah, this one, right? This one.
Yeah.
Dot find element dot get text, right? Correct. Dot find element dot get text, and that will give me string middle text is equal to single line. We can write it out. Okay. Here also in a single line we can do it actually. And for printing, this will become very lengthy, but you know, in single line we complete it, and after that we just print it out. System.out.println and middle text. Okay, so this part is completed in just 2 lines, and the next part, I'll just put these comments here so that that stays on the top. So the last one here is this one. This also I put it as a comment until here right frame thing, and I can write down here parent frame. And that will return me dot switch to dot frame of frame middle dot frame of frame middle, and From the frame middle, you have to say dot find element. And from that, I have to say dot get text dot trim. Am I doing correct? Sorry. Frame right actually. Sys2 dot frame right is coming here. What was that? Sys2 dot frame right. Then find element by dot. There is a frame right. Dot find element body dot get text dot trim. Dot get text dot trim. That will get me the right text. Shift where is the right text? Shift right text is equal to, string right text is equal to, and then I have to print it out. For printing, I'll be writing system.out.println right text. So we are simplifying the code a bit, okay, using object chaining. This is called as object chaining, guys. So I'll also write about this concept in Java. So I can explain this to the people what is object chaining. It will be very helpful in the frameworks part. Yeah. There's one more thing known as constructor chaining also. And many other topics are there we have to explore. Okay, no problem. So fine, that I am doing on the weekends, 6 p.m. thing, right? We are going in depth in Java, guys. Anyone want to be part of that, you can attend that. Okay. So anyhow, like here, driver.switch to default content is there. I'll prepare here and copy paste on the top. Otherwise, driver.switch to default content. And then dot frame, switch to dot frame. Then dot find element of body. Then dot guest text dot trim. This is the final part. And that will return you string of bottom text. And that one I have to print it out. And copy this part. Cut this from here and paste it here on the top. That's it. And finally, I'll get this driver.quit here. I'll just comment this out and put this driver. Either this code you can use or that code you can use, no problem. Okay, now run the code and see whether that is happening or not. It should happen. The code has been simplified to less number of lines. This is also we have to learn, guys. Okay, this is also we have to learn how to simplify the code. Yeah, we got the output, same output. Yeah, that's correct, right, Nigora?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes. Meanwhile, you can try that iterator and see if there is any other way we can, make this code better. Just let us know. Tomorrow also is fine because today also we'll be
Yeah.
joining anyhow. Any point of time you want to say that, you can say. Okay, no problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, hi sir. I have a question.
Yeah, please.
So actually in the current project where I'm doing,
Okay.
so we are getting a banner on top of the page or on the top of the mobile app. So before getting the banner, there is a in a millisecond, we get like another blank frame kind of banner kind of a thing. So is it kind of auto? I don't think it is automatable. Just wanted to confirm with you as well.
Okay. So just give me a second, I'll come back. So, Just give me a second.
Hi Arun,
Yeah, hi.
class is over now.
Yeah. One doubt is there. We are looking into that. Just give me a second. I'm just giving the assignment here. So, which is from W3's course. Try that out. If not, we'll try on the weekend. Okay. So now your questions, please. So, someone is asking me a question, right? Who is that?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, Blessy. Yeah, tell me like what exactly is the problem?
So on the web page and the mobile, there's a banner that shows up whenever
Okay.
log in
There is a
at the
banner
top
coming.
of the
Banner
page.
is like a advertisement kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Hmm.
some critical information like bank will be closed on this day, or
Does it have this kind of structure where some close button is there and other areas are disabled?
yeah, close button. Actually, there's a button inside called
Inside
close.
is there like this. Okay. Okay. Close button is there or X mark is there?
Uh, yeah, both actually. We have a close button at the bottom,
Hmm.
in the center,
Like
and
this?
also yeah.
Something like this. Okay. And this
And there,
particular thing is inside a frame. That's so?
not inside the frame. It just like pops up whenever you log in, like a new credit card or
It
something.
pops up whenever you log in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
before
can you right click
the
on this? Can you right click on this particular thing that is popping up?
yes,
And if you are getting inspect options there,
yeah.
that means that is part of the same web page.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to switch to this. Rather, directly perform the operation on this. Wait for this particular one of the element on this particular banner, right? You wait for that, okay, using waiting mechanism, and wait for this close button or any other part of this, whatever the banner you are seeing. Just wait for this close button or this close, whatever it is. And after waiting, you click on the close. If that is not required, you close it. Okay, it's you can right click inspect, right? You'll get the web element of this. After waiting for this, because it's an asynchronous activity, so you have to implement a waiting mechanism for waiting this close. And after that comes, you try to close it. And if that is going, that's okay. And is it coming always, or sometimes it's coming, sometimes it's not coming?
I mean, yeah, always. So we have to test the banner as well. So we are kind of testing it.
So what is there on the banner other than this close? Then what you have to test actually?
There will be like some heading text and some subtext, and
Okay.
one button will be there to navigate to another browser, and close button. That's it.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So in that case, these are interactive, like you can inspect them, or it's an image, or like it looks like fields or something.
Yeah, we can inspect them.
Inspect means you can verify them, right?
Yeah. So actually, yeah, that banner, maybe I'll be able to automate. But what's happening is before the banner comes, there is another 1 millisecond blank banner coming with the logo in the center. So it's just lasting for only 1 millisecond. So before the main banner comes, there is
A logo kind of thing is coming. Loading process is that? Can I consider it as a loading
it
process?
shows up for 1 millisecond or
But why it
2
is coming in your application? What is the reason for that as coming? So just to wait for this banner to come, or
Yeah,
that is similar to loading, right?
until
Loading
it
process to be
loads.
complete.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
after the
kind.
loading process of this, using the logo, they are you focus on the logo while you're focusing on the logo 1 millisecond, this kind of thing is loading up, right? Basically.
Yes.
That means it's loading here. So we have to wait until this goes off, or you can simply don't worry about this and wait for this particular thing to come on the page. That also will solve. You don't have to worry about this part at all.
Okay, so that can't
So
be
without
automated.
waiting that, directly you wait for this close button on this banner that is coming up, right? Final wait you just do. Don't worry about this part. It will go away anyhow, right? Once you get this, then you try to perform close and see whether that is happening or not. Okay, without worrying about this part. Anyhow, that is going away, right? Anyhow, that is going away in 1 millisecond. So directly after going to the page, you wait for, after logging into the page, you directly wait for this close button on this banner. So without worrying about this part, see whether that is happening, we are able to automate or not. Okay.
Okay.
Just try to ignore this part. Just try to ignore this part and think that it's not there, and you just wait for
So
this.
the loading part be ignored.
Just ignore that. Directly wait for this close button or whatever the element on this this banner. And after waiting for that, then try to perform operations whatever you want. See whether that is working or not. Okay. Mostly it will be solved. Okay. So anyhow, tomorrow session also it's in sync with this. So if you attend tomorrow session, right, that loading, how to wait until the loading get disappeared is something we are going to discuss as a tomorrow's challenge. Maybe from that also you'll get some insights into this. Okay. Meanwhile, you can try this, and tomorrow, if it's not solved by tomorrow, you can ask me the questions tomorrow and at the end of the session. Okay.
Okay, sure, sir. Yeah.
Fine. Great. Welcome. Any other questions, doubts, guys? Guys, anyone have any other questions or doubts? If you don't have any doubts, just type no in the chat box. If you have doubts, you can ask me. If you don't have doubts, just type no in the chat box. Okay, no doubts. Nigora, no doubts. Sure, no problem. Ashish, you can ask, no problem. If you have a doubt about frame, you can ask me, not a problem. Ashish.
So Arun, I mean, can just you draw that 5 layer of boxes in this paint? I just want to ask the question so that it will be easy for me to ask.
Okay, I'll draw. So let's say this is a page. Okay. Then.
Yes. So we have another four layers inside, 4 boxes. So we will consider
This
these
is a parent frame.
layers.
Inside that another parent,
Yes.
another child frame is there. Inside that another child frame is there. Inside that another child frame is there. That's what you are saying?
Yeah. So anything in 3 to 4 layers, anything should be fine.
Yeah, fine. This
so
is
my question is, now I am in the innermost frame. Okay.
You went to the
frame,
page level. From that, you went to the parent frame. From that, its child frame you went. From that, its child frame you went. From that, its child frame you went. Now we are here.
So as we switch from one to another frame using, if suppose we have ID or name, right? So we can just straight away switch from one frame to another frame. Okay.
Yes.
In this hierarchy.
Yes.
So if we are in the innermost child frame, can't we move from switch from the innermost child to the second top or third top by
that is
just
not
bypassing?
possible. That is not possible. You see, just imagine that you are inside this room. Can you directly jump from this room to this room? Generally, no, right? That is not possible. So here we have to go to the parent frame. From the parent frame, its parent frame. From the parent frame, its parent frame. From that, we can go to the page level. Or there is another way where is shortcut where directly you can go from page level. These are the only two possibilities we have. Okay. But
even if we have
going
ID,
from here to here is not possible. This is not possible.
Not at any time. Okay.
Because for that, right, Selenium doesn't have any command basically. Okay. So only parent frame, but default content command is there. Because of that, forcibly we are, going from here to here. That's only possible because of the default content command. Here we have parent frame only. So from its parent, again we have to use parent frame to go to the next level. Parent frame command we have to go to here, and from this default content we have to go here. That's the only way.
Fine. Maybe I was thinking like if we have that ID and name straight away, and
shortcut for going to the grandparent frame is that something you are thinking, but that is not possible. Grandparent
fine.
command is not there. Okay. At 2
Okay,
levels,
okay.
3 levels, we cannot go up. Okay. So
Mhm.
directly to page level we can go, but immediate parent frame only we have to. Otherwise, okay.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Ashish. Hope you got the answer. That's great. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? AB, you have any questions? Kiran, do you have any questions? Okay, I think we are good. So thanks everyone for attending today's session. We'll meet in the evening session at 8 p.m. IST, where we are going to complete the frames concept. Okay. Sorry, no, not frames. Sorry. File handling mechanism will complete, and we'll go to another topic. Tomorrow we'll freshly start the collections framework. Okay. Fine, guys. See you there. Bye. Bye, everyone.